It's the Wickersham Leader Show with today's episode, a bit of this, a bit of that. Oh, I should have made it a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That would have worked better. It's like the song. Well, I can't go back now. I've made my bed. I'm lying in it. I'm lying to you. Wait, I'm not lying to you. I'm just, okay. Look, I've scuffed the title, and I didn't realize it until I said it out loud. I mean, my video editor scuffed the title. The guy I have, with the money I definitely have to pay for him. Anyways, so last week we didn't get to finish Carrot, but that's okay, because we've got ourselves some more art for you today. And, well, first of all, we're gonna finish Carrot. And then we've got Orko from He-Man, which you all voted for last week, I think. Yes, Orko. Excuse me. Which should be easy enough. Orko's relatively simple. I mean, gosh, I hope he's simple. Looking at him, he should be okay. He's got a really dumb hat. Have you drawn Jessica Rabbit before? Probably once or twice. She's not my favorite subject. A little too much curves. Oh yeah, no, I'm looking at Orko. He's gonna be easy. Okay, thank goodness. Anyways, let's get right to it, because today we kinda gotta go a little fast. Alright, so I finished the ears. That's about it so far. So let me go to the rest of the skin. Just gotta remember where everything is on this. And we're starting off strong, as they're already barking at me. There it is. Oh, goodness. So I've been looking into a bunch of the Disney Afternoon lineup from back in the day, and I realized that actually there was quite a bit of the Disney Afternoon that I used to watch. It's just that by the time I was a kid, the Disney Afternoon itself was over, even though the TV shows were still running on TV. I remember in particular, Aladdin was played a lot. I remember Aladdin and Timon and Pumbaa a lot. I remember seeing those quite often. I was always bored by Aladdin, because it was like action oriented, and I did not have patience for action shows then. I just wanted to see something funny, which is why I loved Timon and Pumbaa, because I really didn't care. Remember Hercules being on TV? Oh, I actually somewhat recently watched the Hercules show, because I was very interested to see how they did certain myths, because it's very loosely based. It's very loosely based on the labors of Hercules, like so loosely based. But it is pretty fun if you're a mythology nerd to see some of the jokes that some of the things they do to pull out there. Obviously, a lot of them are recontextualized to be less bad, or some of them actually contradict the movie, funnily enough. In the movie, there's a scene where Herc is going in through Phil's house, and he's looking at all the stuff that he's got in there, and he has a piece of the Argo, and Herc says, "You were with the Argonauts?" Now, the funny thing about that is that if you know the story of Jason and the Argonauts, then you know that Hercules was there. He went with them. And even though in the movie they pretty much state outright that he has no idea, that he like knows of them but never got to see it, in the show he does that. He goes with Jason and looks for the golden fleece, which is kind of funny. Although, funnily enough, there are other instances where they actually do make sure to keep it in canon. Because there's an episode where he meets Meg, but they specifically wipe his memory of the event after it happens. The only Disney movie TV show I remember with good fun was the Stitch Show. That one felt like it had a reason to be long form. I kind of agree. That one kind of set itself up perfectly. The Hercules Show is a prequel, kind of. It takes place in between. It takes place in between Hercules going to meet with Phil and when he finishes the training. So, like, during that training montage, that's when the show takes place. And we're not exactly sure how old he is, to be fair. But he has to go to school, and he's friends with Cassandra and Icarus, who survived his ordeal with Daedalus in the Tower Mind. But what they did basically for that show is they took every single Greek myth they can think of and tried to find a way to fit Hercules into it. They had an episode with Triton, Poseidon's son, and I was kind of hoping that it looked like Triton, that they just made it Triton from The Little Mermaid, but it's not him. When does he meet Kratos? God of War 3. I think another Disney movie show that I also thought was cool was Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. Because not only is it cool in like the meta sense of like, oh, this is the show that in the movie universe the toy is based on, but it also was pretty good in its own right. The art style, the new characters they created, it all turns out to be pretty good, I think. I think the Aladdin TV show is canon to the movies. Because I know that Aladdin 3 picks up from a plotline that was introduced in the shows. No one watched Aladdin 2. Actually, that's not true. Aladdin 2 was so successful, that's why they started to do all of those direct-to-DVD movies. And generally, it's generally considered that Aladdin 2 is actually pretty good. But I haven't seen it in a long time, so most of this I'm claiming through hearsay and recollections of stats from, like, YouTube videos. Was 3 more successful? I don't know. I know 3 definitely had that star power because Robin Williams was in it again. Let me see if I can find any sales number. According to Wikipedia, the Return of Jafar sold 15 million VHS tapes and grossed $300 million on a budget of $5 million. Aladdin and the King of Thieves. Do we have any numbers for this? Well, according to the Disney Wiki, which, I mean, Well, we'll see how accurate this is, but the number sounds right. Saying it grossed 186 million. So if that number is true, then Return of Jafar made like almost double what this movie did. I mean, I can believe it. I mean, but then they also made the Aladdin TV show, which was decently popular. I think there was a plan to basically turn every Disney Renaissance film into a TV show somehow. I'm pretty sure there was a Hunchback of Notre Dame TV show. And I don't know how you would have made that into a TV show, but they tried. You'd need to add a lot of characters like peasants and choked folk. They probably would. It's not like these shows were any stranger to adding new characters. Don't remember anything about the Aladdin show. Aladdin show was kind of a Monster of the Week type show, because it was all about these adventures, and they do stories based off of others. They do something based off of the other stories in the Arabian Nights. Just put all the characters in high school like the other ones. Yeah. My personal favorite, I think, anyway, I have to watch it again to make sure if I still feel this way about it, but I loved Timon and Pumbaa. And if you've ever seen Timon and Pumbaa, that is an example of a show that does not care at all about its source material, and it kind of works. Because let me tell you, Timon and Pumbaa, they did not keep them in the jungle. They did not keep them in Africa. No, no, no. They go all over the world. They'd have an episode where they would just visit Pumbaa's relative in Russia for some reason. And it's like, yeah, that's what we're doing now. And you just kind of had to go along with it. There's an episode where they're trying to get to the top of the Eiffel Tower, but the guy guarding it won't let them in. Basically, it's just a show trying to see all the different funny situations that they can stick these two characters in. And I think it works. Sometimes it would have other Lion King characters, but it was pretty rare if I remember correctly. I remember seeing an episode or two with Zazu. There was one with Rafiki, and then another one with Simba, but it was pretty rare that you'd see anybody but Timon and Pumbaa and one or two other characters that's just there for the episode. I remember the new adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Like that one. I always liked how charming that one was. You liked Lion King 1.5, it never made it through 2. I remember watching Lion King 1.5 all the time. I've probably seen it more than the original movie. I think the main reason for that is because the movie's funny. You know, the movie's not trying to tell a serious story. And I, as a kid, wanted to watch something that was funny over something serious. So that just made sense to me, you know? And, I mean, it's kind of funny how all the Lion King movies are based on Shakespeare plays. The original is Hamlet, 2 is Romeo and Juliet, and then 1.5 is Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, which, not a Shakespeare play, but a play based on Shakespeare. Uwu. Oh, the blush. Yeah. I'm trying to just figure out a way I can give a little more depth to it. I think that might work. Maybe just a little less pronounced. Carrot has a summer cold, but she's still happy to see you. Yeah, sure. That works. What other Disney movie shows were there? There were a lot for a while. In the late 90s, they seemed to just constantly pump them out. The first one was Aladdin, but then they had The Little Mermaid, there's Timon and Pumbaa, Hercules, oh, there's The Emperor's New School, which, legitimately, Emperor's New School, very funny show. Like, you probably wouldn't have expected it, but it's actually funny. It does the thing that Phineas and Ferb does, where it introduces its formula and then just riffs on it every single episode. I guess they also had those Cars shorts, but I don't know, that's not quite the same thing, because they were just short little interludes put on TV. Like, filler content, more or less. But then they also made Cars on the Road, and the thing is, Cars has been a huge moneymaker for Pixar. Kind of unsurprisingly, but it's been big. And the main reason for that is because when you have a movie about cars and the characters themselves are the cars, it becomes pretty easy to make toys based on cars. And that's the thing, like, toy sales for Cars are apparently insane, and that's why the movie kept getting sequels. There's the neck. A little darker. Yeah, to kind of emphasize the area under here. Maybe a little too much. I should, you know what I haven't done in a very long time is I actually haven't watched a lot of these Disney movies recently. Like, I haven't actually sat down and watched the Little Mermaid. I haven't, like, probably not since I was 8 or 9. Because it would be on TV or something. I have not seen that. Goodness, I can't. And I didn't want to see it when I was a kid. Because I was like, oh, it's a princess movie. It's going to be boring. I don't want to see any of that. And I just didn't pay attention. Oh, man. But you know what? I think the most boring Disney movie for me when I was a kid, the most boring Disney movie for me had to be either the Aristocats or Lady and the Tramp. Had to be either one of those. Because I've actually rewatched Lady and the Tramp this year. And while I understand what the movie was going for now. I like it now. I understand, like, the way it tells its story and how it plays into everything. I get it. However, it's also very slow and not much happens in the movie, so I don't blame my younger self for being bored to tears by it. The movie basically doesn't have a climax. I mean, it does, sort of, but it doesn't really, because the climax of the movie is trying to flag down a horse-drawn cart. And there is a death fake out, right? And that's the thing, you know? But it happens all very abruptly at the end, and up to that point, the movie has been incredibly slow. Kind of easy to forget Fox and the Hound exists. You know what? I don't necessarily disagree, but I also know that Fox and the Hound is one of those Disney movies that has, like, one of the hardest gut punches. So maybe that's just me forgetting and not necessarily that the movie itself is forgetting. I mean, I wager most people just know the Fox and the Hound as the really sad Disney movie. And it's a sad movie, don't get me wrong. Even though I haven't watched it recently, it's a sad movie. I could probably leave that one as is. Let me try shading the back arm first. Have you watched any non-slice of life comedy anime? Well, I've seen Pop Team Epic. But that's kind of it, I think. I'm trying to think now. But I haven't seen things like Gintama or Bobobo. I saw Joshiraku. I don't think that one counts as slice of life. That show is also pretty famous for blowing its entire animation budget on making the first season look so good that they didn't get a second season. As, you know, as for the other as for like the other non-movie based Disney afternoon shows, I haven't really seen too many of them. I used to watch Tailspin once or twice, but I never really watched DuckTales. They weren't really playing it on TV at the time. Nor Darkwing Duck, nor Gargoyles, nor nor Goof Troop. I have no idea how I would feel about those shows for the most part. I think I've seen a single episode of DuckTales. Saw Kim Possible, Proud Family. Oh, I always checked in to Kim Possible and the Proud Family. Not the Proud Family, excuse me. My mom didn't let me watch that show. Don't really know why, but I always checked into Kim Possible whenever that was on. And American Dragon Jake Long. Loved that show. I wanted so badly to have those cool dragon powers. I love the designs in the first season more than the second season, generally. At least for the dragon forms. The human characters I liked more in the second season, but in the first season, like, oh, his dragon form was so much cooler looking. The fact that from season 2 onward, they just completely changed its art style is so weird. I can't say I've heard of that sort of thing happening a lot. Now, there are shows who have had an animation boost in between seasons, or they've improved, like, environment design or had slight character revisions, but I can't say I've seen too many shows that completely change its art style in between seasons. Say changed quite a bit after half a season. Was it like a big intentional shift? The difference between the Ben 10 shows is very jarring. Well, since half of them are now reboots. Here. Hold on, let me see. Maybe I can... Wait, no. Since the light's coming from the front, the shade for the ears would be in the back. Whoops. Oh, and since I have the ears, I should probably take a little bit more effort in, cleaning them up so it looks like they're actually coming out of the hair. That's a little better. And then we can go back in and shade that. Never really thought of Clocktown Team as Christmassy before. Well, that's this whole this is an album full of Zelda Christmas remixes, I think. Or it's not Zelda, or it's just Nintendo. No, never mind. Yeah, it's an entire Zelda Christmas album, so they just took a bunch of songs and Christmasified them. Go. Alright, let's move on to the face. Eyes. There we go, right in there. So, does One Piece have, like, a Kai, so to speak, like a version of the show that they've cut out most of the filler so that you can watch it without... Or does One Piece not have filler and everything's important? It needs one, but no. Oh. I assume fans are the ones keeping track of which episodes are filler and which ones are not. What would you guys personally rate One Piece? Like on a scale of 1 to 10. There's not a lot of episode filler, it's more that the pacing is slow, so you can't just skip the slow parts. The whole show is the slow part. Oh, I see. Sounds like everything's important to a degree. Oh, where'd her mouth go? Put that back. It's generally very well written, and it does a great job of getting one emotionally invested in the character arc. The pacing's the only thing holding it back. 9 out of 10. Oh, that's pretty high praise coming from you. You tend to be somebody I consider more, what's the word I'm looking for? Not picky. Oh, what's like a good version of picky? Oh well, you really care about the things you watch, and you don't waste time on bad things, generally. So when you say something's good, I pretty much believe you. It's like Mother 3 if you leveled up 10 times as slowly. Huh. Have you seen the live-action show? Is that one any good? I know a lot of people were saying nice things about it when it came out. I haven't. Jack likes it. Okay. I just don't really feel the need. I get it. No, that's making it worse. What if I... That's a little better. Maybe we can get some in here. You know, a show that I missed that I probably should actually check out is Wander Over Yonder. I recently decided to sit down and watch an episode as part of my cartoon watch parties, and Wander Over Yonder is pretty good. I mean, it's Craig McCracken, right? The Powerpuff Girls. He knows what he's doing. Can I ask what's on the Canadian menu? Well, I haven't picked everything yet, but I have a few things. We're probably going to be watching a Teletoon show or two. So, like, 16, or Jimmy Two Shoes, or Camp Lake Bottom, or Johnny Test, or something like that. Even though Johnny Test was created in America, every season after episode 1 was made in Canada. Maybe Pelswick, Ed, Edd n Eddy, Donkey Kong Country. I'm gonna try to look to see if I can find any Canadian cartoons from before TV got big. Anything theatrical would be nice to find. But I still have to do the research. Does the reboot count as Canadian? If it's... I mean, if it was a Canadian production. Johnny Test reboot. Well, then, yeah, it's Canadian. Oh, or do they mean the show reboot? Actually, that's a good point. The show reboot. Okay, hold on. Oh. Well, not the 2022 comedy show. Yeah, Reboot's Canadian. Reboot, Wikipedia. Reboot is a Canadian computer animated TV series. Oh gosh, Cyber Chase was Canadian? The Berenstain Bears? Ruby Gloom? The Raccoons! Oh, I should see the Raccoons. Wayside... Arthur? Huh. Clone High? Atomic Betty? Peep in the Big Wide World? Totally Spies was a US, France, Canada triazure production. Let's just watch Clone High. Well, Clone High is going to be in there. I'm probably going to put on the ADD episode because I love that one. That's my favorite episode. I mean, Canada makes a lot more cartoons than people think, because it's usually under an American brand. Let's see. Oh, Garage Band, Jimmy Two Shoes, Yin Yang Yo. Oh. Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys. Arthur's Canadian, too. That's surprising. I thought Arthur was so American. Oh, Caillou. We're not watching Caillou. Scaredy Squirrel. Wait, hold on. They're saying Ren and Stimpy is Canadian? No. Okay, that must be a mistake. Because they have an episode called The Canadian Kilted Yaxman, which I guess is getting, like, put into their systems as being tagged as Canadian. Basically, if it's from Teletoon or YTV, it's Canadian. We should watch that episode anyway to throw people through a loop. Is Fairly Odd Parents Canadian? Good question. Is Frederator Canadian? No, Frederator's American, so Fairly Odd Parents is also American. Total Drama 16 in the Mermaid Show. Why watch anything else? I mean, a lot of people have fond memories of 16, but I remember every time I watched it, I just thought it was boring. Total Drama is just kid-friendly Clone High. Total Drama is nothing like Clone High. I assume you've seen it, but Total Drama is nothing like Clone High. Animation-wise? Not really. The animation style of Clone High is very different from Total Drama. If you, like, look at how the characters move. They have angular designs. That's similar. That the characters are very angular, but... and I could see how somebody might confuse one for the other just from looking at their characters, but... no, I don't think that Clone High and Total Drama have much in common at all. Total Drama you watched one season of. Did you watch all of Clone High? Did you watch the new season? I missed Clone High growing up. What was it on? It was on MTV. It's not kid-friendly. So we need some light. Both made you laugh, but for different reasons. Yeah, I have not seen much of the new Clone High. I have some friends who've seen it, and they've said it was... I've heard pretty much everything from it's good to it's okay. So it's probably at least decent if I ever decide to watch it again. But all of them say the same thing, and that's they miss Gandhi. Gandhi being gone is a huge hit to the show. more cringe. Well, the original show did kind of have gross out and cringe humor occasionally. I also don't know, is the type of show that Clone High parodies still a thing? Like, the whole thing's supposed to be a parody of teen drama shows, but I don't know if that's, like, do they still exist? Like, Degrassi isn't a thing anymore. Riverdale count? Is Riverdale still running? Because if so, then yeah, I suppose. Okay, I think we got it. There's our carrot. Now let's do the background, and luckily for me, they spend a lot of time on the ocean, so we can just make a sky. You know, I always have a hard time picking out what color the sky should be. Let me see if I can find something better to use for clouds. Let me try this. No. No, not really. Not that either. Guess I could just stick with the airbrush. Simple enough. Look at that. It's only been about an hour. Orko should be pretty simple, I hope. I mean, he's a character created for an 80s toy line. He can't be that complex. It's kind of funny. I don't know if you guys know this, but the way that He-Man kind of got made was essentially that... I forgot what his name is, but the creator was trying to sell He-Man toys to a was it the toys or was it the comics? Toys. It was toys. He's trying to sell these toys to a company, and they were like, well, this is good, but kids don't just play with toys like this, you know, they need something else. And then he goes, well, I didn't tell you about the, I didn't tell you about the animated series we're making. And then they had interest and they said, okay, yeah, we'll make your, you know, you want to make your show, you can do that. You want to make your toys, we'll let you do that now. And he did not have an animated series lined up at all. A similar thing actually happened to Ralph Bakshi. He was trying to pitch original shows to... Whoops. He was trying to pitch original cartoons to networks. But when none of them ever wanted to play ball because they were like, hey, look, we know what sells, and right now what sells is not original shows. We need it to be tied into a toy, or we need it to be like an adaptation of something. And he got so mad that he just like in a huff yelled that he had the rights to Mighty Mouse and that he could make a show based on Mighty Mouse. And they went for it. They were like, Mighty Mouse, huh? Okay, yeah, we could do that. That's like a name people know. And he didn't have the rights to Mighty Mouse, so he had to go get him. But that show, The New Adventures of Mighty Mouse, was kind of a landmark. Mighty Mouse: The New Adventures. That's it. It's well animated. It's got funny jokes and humor. It's paced so strangely. But if you like Ren and Stimpy's pacing, you're gonna like this show because it's got like the same kind of pacing. Apparently, though, Bakshi hated working on this show. He really just wanted to do something of his own. He had wanted nothing to do with Mighty Mouse. Okay, now, Orko. I've never drawn Orko. Let's see how this goes. I can't imagine it'd be too hard to draw him, though. He's a hat, a cloak, and a pair of eyes. Bold to call themselves masters in the universe when they never go into space. Yeah, I guess that's true, huh? What does he look like under there? Oh, they've never officially revealed Orko's face, huh? Honestly, my major sticking point with going back to some of these old, going back to some of these 80s shows that are based on toys is that they have some of the worst voices for these characters that I've ever seen. Oh my gosh. Every show has the hero that sounds like this. He talks down here and... Well, no, it's not the voice actors themselves. It's just the hero will talk plainly and down here he's like, I'll stop them, don't you worry.
And then the villain talks like this. He's got really high-pitched and up here. He's like, I'll get the thingamajig next time, just you wait.
And then half the time the episode ends with all of them laughing at something. And then every once in a while there'll be a PSA. Watched a playthrough of Oblivion for the first time recently. Those voice actors are great narrators, at least. How is the voice acting in Oblivion overall? I only know of the shopkeeper guy, or the guard, rather. Everyone sounds the same. The inflections aren't like people you're talking to at all. Right. I wonder if they just didn't have, like, money for it. Or if they just all had people from the studio come in to be voice actors. I kind of miss when they did that, because that's how you get some really special performances from time to time. I think they spent their money on like 5 people with really good voices, despite being unable to act. Huh. This regional ghastly looks weird. Yeah, well, it's the 80s. Everything looks weird. Well, he's got hands. Maybe it's more like a haunter. I'm really actually not quite sure how much of his face is supposed to be taken up by the quote-unquote head. Because it's less like he's actually got a head and it's hidden, and it's more like he's just a pair of eyeballs in a black void. Just a hat on a scarf. Yeah. I will have to figure out what I'm gonna do with the, what I'm gonna do with the face, because I don't want it to be pure darkness. Let me try. Getting the shape down. This is the first time I think I've ever drawn a He-Man character. Like, ever. Not like He-Man was... He-Man's not particularly interesting to me most of the time anyways. Have you seen the Skeletor in the New Adventures of He-Man? Where he has eyeballs? Just looks so wrong. Does it? The New Adventures of He-Man. Oh! Oh, this is not the He-Man reboot I was thinking of. Oh, that's Skeletor. Yeah, he kind of loses a lot of the charm of the original with this one. The He-Man I was thinking of was like 2009? 2002. Yeah. The one that the one that a lot of people like. Hello, Celeste. Good to see you. Yeah. Mark Hamill was Skeletor in this one. Wait. Is this the one I'm thinking of? Yes, it is. Okay, it's called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, 2002. Kind of reminds me of Thundercats. Nice new PNGs you got. Mind if I yoink forever? Figure out how to make talking PNGs work on OBS? Yeah, sure. Just use Fuji React. How big do I make this hat? You have to tweak him a bit so that he doesn't swing his arm with every mouth movement. Well, that's what it's for. The arm is fine. We have I have a few already that have the arm that have like a different arm position or something. Celeste's does that. You just put me behind usually. I also have a variation of it that goes the other way. So if you want to put me on the left instead of the right, so that if you want to put me on the left instead of the right, the WL isn't reversed. Hello, Sundari. Goodness, it's been a while, hasn't it? I'd take those two. Be useful for thumbnails. I'll put them in the Wicker Art channel after the stream. Yes, it has. You were busy with work. Oh? What were you busy with? I guess being a tsundere is a full-time job, huh? You have a question. What's your question? Is it I teleported red? How much did it cost you to buy Fred from Scooby-Doo's outfit for under your jacket? It's jeans and a blue button-up shirt. Although, in that picture, I specifically decided to not make it button up because a line down the middle would create visual clutter. I say was, but no longer busy at work. Oh, good. Imagine no longer being busy at work. That's good. No, pink slip. Oh. Oh, you got fired? Oh, no. What'd you get fired for? This decision does reflect on your personal character, brother. Strategic adjustment within the organ. You got laid off. I almost always draw your jacket closed because I always forget it isn't zipped up. Closed, open, it doesn't matter. So you guys might be wondering, Wicker, why did you start early today? It's because I have a stream I'm going to be on with a friend later, and the timing basically requires me to stop an hour early today. Which unfortunately means that if I don't have Orko done by 4, so in the next 2 hours, then I have to stop and I'll have to finish it tomorrow. You know, I don't remember what Orko's voice is like.
Did he talk like this? Because it seems like a voice where he talked like this. Really high-pitched and nasally.
It's like, oh, he'd probably say something like, oh, don't do it, He-Man, it's too dangerous, don't go. And then he'd be like, I have to, Orko. All of my kingdom depends on it, etc., etc. Thought you were drawing that frog from the Rayman show for a sec. That frog? Frog. I know Globox is like a frog, but he wasn't in the Rayman show. With the Assassin's Creed fit. Hold on, I gotta look up the Rayman show again. Not Laserhawk, the old one. Oh, you mean... Lacmac? The rabbit thing? That show is so flippin' weird. Has nothing to do with the game at all. Not the Rayman show, but the show Rayman was in, because I do not... Oh, Laserhawk. Okay, you're talking about Captain Laserhawk. I have not seen that show, so I don't know what the frog looks like. But I have seen... I've seen Ramon. I've seen... You know, I've seen when Rayman goes on the offensive, and I know why, because they're killing hybrids on his show live or something. I've also seen everybody talk about the one cowgirl that he's eating sushi and doing coke off of. Saw a dub where he's mad his pizza wasn't hot and ready. Sorry for the heavy news. I really did love that job too, making coffee. Ah, you're like a barista. Or you were, I guess. But, did you, like, get to make it was it, like, one of those artisanal local places, or was it more like just a chain, like a Starbucks? It was a small chain. I see. I'm really sorry to hear that. When you have a job you love, they say you never work a day in your life. It also helps if the pay is good. There we go. Oh, that's the angle I was looking for. Is that the shape right? That doesn't feel right. Yeah, that doesn't feel right. I didn't mean to vent. You're a happy cartoon man. Cartoons are generally happy, yes. Us toons are generally fun, happy, and carefree. But you know what? Not all the time. Just because we like being happy doesn't mean we don't know how to handle other emotions. I mean, you've seen BoJack, haven't you? Guy's so depressed that he might as well just be... Gosh, I don't know. I don't have an analogy for this. That's how depressed he is. Hello, Congus. Good to see you. Not Eeyore, he's never happy. Eeyore's actually happy a lot. He just doesn't look it. Goodness, the dog is barking. That works. Makes me laugh them right after I depress that I laughed. Well, that, you know what? That's life. That's life for people. Get it? There's ups and downs, all sorts of stuff. It's a new pain, but one closed door means more open doors. You have a dog? Yes, I have, well, there are 2 dogs in this place. I did not want either of them. They are very loud. They both kind of bark at everything. I've never been able to keep them under control. Oh gosh, I wish I could. Up and down and all around. You have your own Pluto? Of course. But these ones aren't named after planets. Oh, that's such a nice angle. I like that one a lot more. They're more like ugly coyotes. They are. We get all kinds around here. Toontown's always busy. There's always something. He's just a little guy. He's just a little man. So I know normally I try to make them look accurate to the original show, but I think with this one I'm injecting my own style into it because I'm not a big fan of the He-Man art style. Your style normally is just accurate anyways. You think so? Well, that's nice. Let me clean this up. I've never actually sat down and watched an episode of He-Man. The thought bores me. Is Little Strunklius from He-Man? He is. I don't really know what he does. I think he's like... I mean, he's like a cute Kid Appeal character, but I don't know what he does. Oh, right. Hold on. Someone asked me. They're getting food. They're asking me what I want, and I should probably tell them my order before they get there. Because they just left. Okay. Let me see. Just because of how badly animated that makes it fun. Yeah, that's true. I suppose you can find entertainment from that because some of these shows are hard to watch because not only are they what is it? Not only are they like badly animated, they're also super slow. It's just silly. Well, yeah, true, silly. Kind of has a charm to it. Well, you know, for all that I make fun of it, there were a lot of kids who would tune in every single day, every single weekend, to see the new adventures of He-Man. And there must have been something to it, otherwise these kids wouldn't have been invested. The sequel series is bad, though. Which one? There's like a bunch of them. The new Netflix is okay. I heard that She-Ra was really good. I mean, I know that had its own fandom. But yeah, Celeste, if you've ever seen like these types of toy shows from the 80s, you'd know that they always have a guy like this in there. There's always the little guy, the little kid appeal character, who's basically just there to be popular with kids, and I don't know if they worked. Like, Thundercats had Snarf. Big old circle. I don't know what the circle's about. They referenced the He-Man meme, 3 non-blondes cover video? Oh, in the recent animated movie. Yeah. I mean, hey, the people who grew up with those memes are, like, people who were, like, 10 when those memes started to make the rounds are adults now. Okay, here's our Orko. Now let's get him big. I drew the whole body, but I'm not gonna use the whole body. Actually, I'm gonna use most of it. Yeah, we'll do that. How am I going to approach this? Well, no other way to do it than to just start, I guess. Was like 17 when the He-Man meme was new. Wow, I was... When did that meme come out? I'm sure, yeah, here it is. 2005? Yeah. It's a 2005 video, so I was 7. Pre-YouTube? 2005 was the year YouTube came out. – 2006, I thought it was. No, I'm pretty sure it was 2005 was the year YouTube came out. How am I doing this? You know what? Since it's all the same color, we're just gonna wing it. We're gonna wing it in the worst way possible. UT came out Valentine's Day of 2005. Oh, thank you, Chicken Noodles. Hey, that makes sense, because YouTube was originally a dating app. Really? Yeah, it was. You guys remember back when YouTube's tagline was broadcast yourself? No? Oh, it used to be at the top of their website for years. Broadcast yourself. Hasn't been that way in a while, though. I'm gonna have to keep this one oversized just in case I overshoot with the next line in there, and I don't want it to be a problem, so... Oh, thank goodness I stopped before I went too far. I can cut and put this into a new layer. There we go. Bum 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 bum. There we go. Okay, now we gotta get the hat. How am I doing this? Let's try this. Ugh, new layer, please. Stop using the old layers. Make yourself a new layer, darn it. Do you think Orko's like a cute little rabbity guy underneath? You think he's secretly hiding some muscles down there? He might be. Now we just need to move the hat under there. That works. And then one more quick swipe upwards. There we go. All those lines I'm gonna have to do in for all this stuff is gonna kill me, but you know what? I'll make it work. I'm also gonna have to figure out a color for the inside of the sleeves. I also don't know what I'm going to be doing about... Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be doing about all this, though. The black, like, void that is his face. There we go. Nope. I said merge down, not new layer from visible. Okay. So we need the ears, the eyes, and the hands. That's right. Gotta figure out what I'm doing here. Hey, if I keep this pace up, I should be able to finish it in time. Whatever color I use for the inside of the head area, I also have to use for the ears here. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably leave this alone until I have that shape ready. Make another ear in the back. Go. Now for the hands. Also, luckily for me, the hands don't actually... Yeah, the hands don't actually, like, interact with anything, so I can just draw them over top. Good. Come on. Yeah, okay, close enough. That works. There we go. Why is my fill bucket set to erase? Why would I ever set my fill bucket to erase? Well, no, I can think of, but I mean, why would I have it set to erase here and now? There we go. And one more. One more hand, I should say, not one more drawing. Okay, fill that in. There we go. Oh, Snowbell City. What a beautiful little town in a pretty unremarkable game. There we go. Okay, so now we've got most of the things in place. Now we need to figure out what to do with the head. Now, as for a color, I have no idea. I'm tempted to just go straight to the black, but I don't want to use pure black, because pure black is kind of a no-no in character design. Especially if you're doing, like, what I'm doing, which is kind of more like painting. I mean, it's not painting. It's not really the same thing. Navy blue? That would clash so hard. But you may be onto something. Jeez, he won't stop barking. Just in case you guys thought I'm not talking, I'd love to, but as you can hear, he's still going. Just going at nothing. All day it's like this, and I can't shut them up. I just want to keep them quiet. Ugh, if I had soundproofing. There we go. Ah, there it is. Now let's get this to work. Okay, that's better. That's looking okay. That's looking nice. Now, guess we got to do the same thing down here. There we go. Perfect. Now let's erase this. There we go. Nice. Oh, but just barely. Sneak in there. Okay. Here by the arms. Then after that, we just need the circle and the eyes. And we've got all the base color set. After that, all we gotta do is the lines up here and down here and in there. Yeah, and then the shading should be relatively easy. Okay, a quick little perfect. Just fill this in. Ah, there it is. Now for the eyes. Well, so now that we're in December, I've been waiting for them to ship my Pomni plush. Because I ordered the Pomni plush when they first announced it. And it's supposed to show up soon, I guess. But, I mean, I feel bad for the people who ordered it slightly later, because if you didn't order it before November 6th or so, then you have to wait until January. I should be getting it soon. Hopefully, soon. Never know. Come on, get the shape right. Okay, hold on. Let's use our... Oh, that's wrong. That's just wrong. I gotta draw it. I gotta draw it by hand. There's no way this is gonna work if I don't. The angle has to be right, too. Come on. Close enough. That works. Now we just gotta get this one. That works too. Here, we get our eyes. I want them to be looking at you, the viewer. Okay. Well, we've got almost everything ready now. Just need to get this. What do I... Let's try this. Okay. Yeah, now we've got all the colors in and everything. Although I think I may just change this so that it's like this instead. Just to keep it simple. There's the old saying, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. It's very useful. Okay. Great. Now we've got... Hey, you know, this looks kind of cool even without the shading. Okay, so this whole area down here is going to be one train wreck if I don't do this right. But it may be fun. We'll see. What game is this for again? Oh, Pokemon Shuffle. Give me the sketch. Right, so we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 lines there. Got a few in here. I think I'll try my hand at doing that wholesale, not worrying about the lines in particular. Let's just start here and get going. Gotta pick a color first, though. Oh, bigger than that. Nope. There we go. Keep the... Oh, get rid of the stabilizer for this now. Need to keep those brush strokes in. I want this to be thicker because it's shading something. Okay. Can I put another line somewhere? Yes, we can do this line. Oof. Don't need it to be that big. Nice thing is that with that shape in the middle, we can move this down Oh, and it still looks nice. Come on. Nice, gentle. There we go. Now let's see. How many more are we gonna need? Alright. Next one. Wait a minute, huh? Oh my gosh, I didn't use the color I was trying to use, did I? Hold on. Oh, it is that color. Alright. What the heck? Just by making a clipping group, that color got darker on the right. What? How did that happen? Can't say I've ever had that before. That's a strange little bug, isn't it? Well, whatever. I guess. Nope. Give me back the basic thing. I'm gonna erase this slowly. Nope. Okay. Not nope. Excuse me. Yep. We're good. Nope. Why did I say nope? Clear this up too down here. There we go. now for up here. We can get this in. Yes, right here. Oh, come on. Nice, clean erase. And he's still barking. I don't know how to stop them. I need to stop them. They won't stop. Nothing I'll do makes them stop. Ugh, of course it's an eraser, because I forgot to switch it off. Okay, how many more? One. They should stop barking now. They should stop barking now! If they listened to me, that would be fantastic. If you get a clicker, you could probably train them to be quiet. Ugh, I know, but... You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna fight them. Come on, let's fucking go. He just went and looked at me as soon as I showed up. Okay, what are we looking for now? Right, yes, of course. We've got a few different ones here. Well, let's get this one, because it's easy. Oops. There we go. That one. I don't want to be backed up, so I'm really hoping I can finish this in time today. I'm making good pace, so I think I might do it. But I think I have to redo this one, actually. Found out today that Amy Schumer versus the villain of the new Trolls movie. Oh, I heard somebody actually say that it was pretty funny, that new movie. I've never really had any interest in Trolls. Oh, but I have found out that Troll Sona no longer refers to Homestuck. We did it, fellas. Homestuck is no more. General consensus is the best movie, but still has bad 4Kids comedy issues. Oh, that sounds about right. Everyone sings praises to the last 20 minutes. Huh, last 20 minutes. Wonder what's so good about it. I almost want to buy a ticket, but there's no theaters open near me. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I gotta show you guys this. This new Walmart commercial looks... Hold on. Okay, crazy, I know, Walmart commercial. But it's animated, and it looks just like the original Grinch. I have to show this one to you all. Here, look at this, look at this. Oop, too big. Let me stretch it out to the right size. Check this out, check this out. Like, this animation is so accurate to the movie.
The Grinch found his heart, and Whoville Christmas cheer was miles off the chart. But then a sound sounded that wasn't Who singing. It's trucks delivering and doorbells ringing.
Oh my gosh, it's
Back
so
to his old
perfect.
grump ways, the Grinch slid.
Sorry.
Stop these Santas and flip their smiles around. Picking and pocketing, he snatched all he could fit, shouting, "Max, giddy up! Now back to Mount Crumpet!" This is odd, thought the Grinch. I no longer feel mad. Then he giggled, he wiggled, he felt a tad glad. Turns out what's-its and what-have-yous aren't half bad. Who traditions and trimmings so tickled his heart, it grew till he knew.
But
he
it
could
does
return
pretty
every
much
card.
go against the entire point of the movie. Like, it's saying that, like, actually, it does come from a store. From your local Walmart. Like, oh, thank you. Oh, that's so kind of you. The Grinch wouldn't have been Grinchy if he just used Walmart products. Why didn't we think of that back in flipping the 60s? Dr. Seuss, you're an idiot, you know that? Hold on, where was I? Oh, yes. Like, it looks so good, but like, come on. Your 1 month sub to fate is over. No more funny emojis. Now you're a peasant like the rest of us. How does it feel? I am royalty, you pilot whelp. Right. The only thing you're king of is, well, nothing. Honestly. You got nothing. Pilot whelp. Watch your tongue, vile creature! You harlot! Lest ye find yeself on the edge of thine broadsword. I would have something if Town Hall took my proposal for monarchy seriously. I don't know why you're like this. why, why, why do you want tunes to be less free? Toontown would be better if everyone just gave their money to me. Right, yes, and I'm Abraham Lincoln. What are these? What are all these emotes you have? What are you sub to? Snap Cube? Oh, okay. I get it. No, I get it. Why didn't you tell me you're the president? Because you don't deserve it, alright? You don't deserve to be in the... Everyone else knew. Everyone else but you gets to know. How does it feel to be the last person who gets to know? Gosh, he's still going. He's still barking at nothing. There's nothing out there. There is nothing outside. What are you barking at? I'm gonna lose it. Going a little cuckoo. Going a little crazy. Okay, it's fine. Careful, you end up in the loony bin next to the Cocoa Puffs bird. I wouldn't mind being in the loony bin. Some of my best friends are loony. I was in there once. They mistakenly thought I'd lost my mind when I said I liked Sonic 06. Oh yeah? I was crazy once. They stuck me in a room. A room with rats. But rats, they make me crazy. I was crazy once. And they stuck me in a room. A room with rats. But rats make me crazy. I was crazy once. Were they 7-foot rats? Oh yeah, they're the giant rats that make all the rules. Although, now that I think about it, they probably only had 4 feet, not 7. see. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. There we go. Oh, look at that. Not there, a little smaller. There we go. A little bit more balanced. Nice. Now we just need to get the ears and then we can start shading. That didn't take me too long. You know, I thought this was going to end up being a lot worse, but I've got a whole hour left. See that one there, not filled in. Ah, Ice Cap. No one really talks about this version of Ice Cap that much, do they? Kind of just the other Ice Cap, really. I mean, it's supposedly the same Ice Cap as the one in Sonic 3, right? Yeah, because that's the one on Angel Island when it crashes down. This section is really slow. It is. That probably doesn't help. It's not my favorite level. I would have preferred if it was like a more standard stage. I think I need to redo this. Yeah, I need to redo these ears. Speaking of Sonic Adventure, Lord grinding rings is hard. You're grinding rings for the Chow in SA1? Best method seems to play pinball slots till you get 999 rings. Why are you getting the... So why are you playing with the Chow Garden in SA1? Most of the time, people only play the Chow Garden in SA2. I've done it so many times, I've gotten every combo except Blue Rose. Blue Rose. I want to do Chow races in my next stream, of which it will likely be the finale. Oh, do you think you're gonna win? And one more line up here. Go. Okay, let's start shading. Absolutely not. No, I've never beaten Perfect Chaos on this version. Ugh. There's a whole chunk of potato in my fries. Well, I'd hope there's some chunk of potato in your fries. Speaking of Chow Garden, I have to sit there for 3 hours is madness. Why do you have to sit there for 3 hours? They won't evolve if you don't. Wait, they only evolve if you're physically there? You can't do something else while you wait? Did SA2 fix that, or is that still the case? Babies can't eat while you're waiting. What? They can't eat while you're waiting? the wait time resets and Chow will just go eat of their own free will sometimes. What? Why is the SA1 Chow Garden like this? What was the... Does the wait time reset if you... Does the wait time reset if you leave? Like if you decide to go do you know, the game? You would think DX would patch this out since it adds SA2 garden features such as the... Wait, there's no black market in the original garden? How did you get items? You find them? Where? Where do you find them? On the overworld? Huh. You know what's kind of nuts? Is that I believe the director of Sonic Frontiers, when they were talked about what's like the most requested feature you've gotten, and they were like, no question, every time it's been the Chow Garden, and they've never actually brought it back. You can still find eggs in the overworld. Well, I know about the eggs in the overworld. You know, Holoska feels like it's a remix of... Cool Edge Day feels like it's a remix of another song from the Sonic franchise, but I can't for the life of me figure out what it is. Can Chow still die in SA2? Yeah. I think so. Or they leave, or... Yeah, they can die in SA2. They will die in SA2, I'm pretty sure. I know if you hit them too much in SA1, they unalive themselves. Oh, jeez. Remember as a kid that happened to me, it scared the heck out of you. Oh, I can imagine that would scare most kids, because it's like, what? Mom, where'd the Chow go? I just, he's dead. And then it's sad, and it's all like, oh man. No, he's not dead, sweetie. He just went to go live on a Chow farm. Where he and all the other Chow can happily run and play. I don't know how I ever evolved Chaos because the wait time is too long. Did you do it in Sonic Adventure 1 or 2? Also, maybe you didn't. Because from what it sounds like, almost everybody who plays Chow Garden does SA2. Never had SA2 growing up. Oh, okay. Maybe you didn't evolve any of them. Or maybe you just had a bigger tolerance for waiting. I don't know. You know what? Actually, your little bit there just reminded me of this guy I saw once, who was doing a Let's Play video, and it was like, he was like at a party, and he was recording his Let's Play and nobody else was playing. It was pretty funny because it's just like, it doesn't sound like there's anybody with them at the start, but then like the ball drops and you're like, wait a minute, there are other people here and they're not playing? There we go. Okay. Clean this up here. Because this is the only line that needs to be cleaned up. And then we slowly brush it down to about there. Great, and now we can go back in and shade all this stuff. Ugh, this part. You know what the sad thing is? That first Ice Cap song you played isn't the one you hear most of the time. It's this one. This and Be Wild, Be Cool, and Be Groovy are the two songs you are more likely to hear. There are 3 songs in Ice Cap, but the first one you only hear for like 2 minutes. Not even that, like 2 seconds. Half a minute. Why are the first 2 sections terrible? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. There we go. This should help out a little. And then we've got the back. I got the one even farther back than that. I feel like this one, the one I hate the most is the Mirror Hallways in Twinkle Park. That song or that section? One, two, three, four. The section itself. We love DK Summit. And when she opens the door, she just stops for no reason for 2 seconds. Yeah. It's not like the movement for Amy is particularly smooth, is it? Okay, let's get the head and the sleeves. I mean, it's great that she got such a big upgrade in Sonic Heroes because she's just as fast as everyone else and she feels good to play. But then Sonic 06 comes back around and she's back to her Sonic Adventure super duper slow movement, and it's like, what happened here? I get that she's not like a main character in that game and she's kind of just along for the ride for Silver's story, but still. Okay, and then the face. Ooh, I like this, actually. Making this even darker with, like, a glow around the center. Ooh, 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 I like that. Makes it look like his eyes are glowing. Let me add another one, but, like, yeah. Man, if your eyes were glowing, though, it would kind of suck to try to sleep, wouldn't it? Oh, well. And then we'll get a little bit of white in the center to try to make it look shiny. There we go. A I love how in Big the Cat's final level, they actively punish you for exploring. Do they really? I thought Hot Shelter was, I thought Hot Shelter forced you to explore, or is he just in the center the whole time? Now I can't remember. Because if you yank the drainage switch, you make catching Froggy infinitely harder because then there's way too much water. Should be fine. Alright. Well, actually, I think I'm done. Yeah, I actually finished it. Well, color me surprised. Don't have to explore any fishing levels. Froggy is always in the same place. Well, you have to explore if you don't know where Froggy is. Especially when we played that, one mod for the multiplayer and Froggy just didn't spawn. That was a nightmare. It was, because it truly revealed to us that, oh, there's actually, like, no way for us to beat this thing. It's funny, you look at He-Man stuff, and you'd think that Grayskull is an enemy, and if you were unfamiliar, you might even think that Skeletor is Grayskull, but he's not. Alright, let's do a simple background. How about something with purple? Maybe a little less purple. A little more. A little more. Yes. And then on top of that, we've got... He's so small, so Scrimblow. I bet you wouldn't be saying that if you heard him talk. I'll keep that part of me intact. Sure. Ugh. You know, now I'm thinking about Kingdom Hearts for a second, and I'm realizing that it's gonna be so bad when I get to the Let It Go part. I'll just pretend he sounds like King from the Owl House. Oh! He doesn't. The only way to get through is remember Nomura complained about having to put it in on Twitter. He was so mad. I mean, I could believe it, because it sucks. having to put the entirety of Let It Go in there as a Disney mandate. Are you crazy? You know what? This looks awkward on the bottom, so let me just fill this in. Yeah. Sir, I can't spend any more time explaining why Hans is a heartless. No, now get animating. Hans, the heartless. Oh gosh. I also know that Elsa doesn't get to be your partner, which sucks because she would have been awesome. Leave those as is. I think we'll just leave it like this. Okay. Now we sign it. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, now I gotta go find somebody to raid, because you guys, I told you guys I was gonna start raiding today. So let me just go over to Twitch and look to see, are any of my buddies online? I highly doubt it. No way, Fate's streaming. Alright. Hello, Tech Benoy. I'm afraid you've caught us literally at the end of our stream for today, since I just finished drawing this picture. However, I'm passing you off to a buddy of mine, so you should be able to have fun with him too. Well, that's all for me. Tomorrow, we'll be drawing Cube. Wait, Alti? Oh my gosh, it's Alti. Well, tomorrow we'll be drawing Cube, because you all voted for him, and he won by a landslide. And after that, on Monday, we'll be doing more Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2. So that should be fun. Now, all you guys go off and play, because because I need to go get ready for another event soon, in like half an hour, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Have yourselves a very good night, and goodbye.